Go. Hello and welcome back to some more Cities Skylines, a fine city, as we attempt to rebuild the city of Norwich here on Cities Skylines on the PS4. And, well, when we left off in the last episode, we were continuing on building up King Street, which is one of the longest streets in the city, and we got to pretty much the end. I mean, it's not really the end, it's sort of like the sort of bridging point before it becomes, I think it's called Upper King Street over here. But anyway, we finished off that. I said last time I would finish it off as I had got to the end, and well, it wasn't quite done. So I've just done that since last time, and I think it might have been my imagination. I think since last time the graphics look very nice. I don't know if there's been an update or something, but it looks like we can zoom in further, and it looks like it just looks a lot cleaner. That probably is just my imagination, but there we go. Anyway, very briefly, I finished it off, putting some more housing there. There's a few businesses and shops on King Street that I've sort of put some commercial in that isn't really strictly accurate. There's several hairdressers. I don't think there's a hairdressers that spawns. If there is, let me know and we'll see if we can trigger it. There's another church in here with a cut through up here, and we've got the King Centre here, which is sort of like a religious study centre / cafe. So we've just put in some commercial for that. Not really accurate. There isn't really sort of like a community centre type thing in the game to put in there, but more houses along here. And again, these are sort of there's a few offices here, like estate agents and some other sort of business as well that does something. I don't know. I think it's an architect or something. I don't know. Put them in here, and a few other shops as well, which don't look anything like these, but they do look quite nice. They do look quite nice. I've also put in a medical centre as well here. There is a St John's ambulance on the street somewhere, which is not a medical centre at all. But again, it's the closest we can do. It's the closest we can do. I like this building a lot, actually. I'm going to make sure this is preserved. Top banking. Oh, there you go. Well, it's not a bank, but I like that because I don't want it to get too big. Because if it gets too big, then well, it won't look like it fits. It won't look like it fits. So we'll do the same for that as well. Anyway, they don't have water, which is always great. Exactly what you want. We're gonna see if we can fill that in for them, and there we go, all done. So anyway, that's all done. What I've also done is moved over some of the services we put in over here because they're kind of in the way. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the other side of the river, and we're going to start building up the Riverside area with a Riverside leisure centre, because we do need more. We do need more shops. We also need more jobs as well, more industry. Very quickly, while we think about it, and they want a police station as well. We might as well. This area doesn't count. This area is not real. If we ever need to replace it, we can replace it. But for now, I'm just gonna shove in some more zones. Why not? Just get some people employed. There we go. All done. That should hopefully keep it for now. They keep telling me it's low happiness. They don't look unhappy. The little circle's green. I need to put some parks in, but there aren't really any parks. But anyway, hopefully people will like what we're going to do over here. So we'll go across the river, over at Carrow Bridge, and we get to this side here. Now this side is, as I said, where the Riverside area of the city is. And, well, that's what we're going to try and put in today. We'll see how far we get. We're going to have to delete these shops, but we will be replacing them with other shops as well, so that's not too bad. So we have got these power lines here, which are kind of in the way. But the first thing we're going to do, as close as we can, I don't want this to be a road people can walk on. We're going to put a path in, because it's quite a nice sort of towpath walk you can go on down by the river. We'll go with a park path. Why not? We'll put it in here. It's really quite close to the river, and we've got the key there. But the thing is, like, you can't. That doesn't really do anything. We can't really build here. We might have to delete this. We might have to delete it. It goes underneath this bridge, actually, which I don't know if we can do. We can. Oh no, it's just destroyed the bridge. That's very annoying. Anyway, well, we'll put it up down there for now. My bridge has been destroyed, but I think this is just made of park path anyway, so there we go. Well, I mean, that's just irritating, isn't it? That is just irritating. Well, we'll have to just put this like as close. That's as close as we can do for now. That whatever. It's not important. I'm over it. I am over it. Right, we're going to have to delete these power lines. So I'm going to pause this because they won't have any power, and that's going to be bad. But we'll sort that out in a minute. And we're going to have to destroy all these as well. Sorry. Sorry. In fact, I'm going to have to just de-zone the whole thing so it doesn't rebuild. But anyway, this is going to cause untold problems, which is why we're going to pause it for the time being. But let's start building some exciting stuff. So what we have here is we have got the leisure centre, which is, it's a leisure centre. There is a gym in it, but it's principally a pool. And so I was thinking about what to do for this. I think what I want to do, because we have got the sports hall and gymnasium, and we've also got the swimming pool, but it's an outdoor swimming pool, which again isn't accurate. But what there is that there is a massive car park here, which we can't do because there's no car park. So what we will do instead, I'm going to try and angle this. Yeah, that'll do. Like that. We'll put that in there. We'll put the sports centre in because that sort of looks like what it does look like. And then what we'll do is we're going to put the swimming pool. As I just destroy that road, that's very helpful, isn't it? I'm going to put the swimming pool next to it in the equivalent place to where the car park is, because it's not going to really affect any other buildings because there isn't a building there, but it will also simulate the fact that this is actually a swimming pool, which I would like to be as accurate as possible. So we've got Wherry Road here, which goes all the way down here and eventually becomes sort of pedestrian zone here, where all the sort of restaurants and places like that are. The cinemas down there as well. I'm not sure it's going to be completely to scale with this bridge. This bridge does go to the end. Well, actually, this bridge goes to the sort of midpoint of Riverside, which, to be honest, actually, it probably is going to be fine because a lot of this is housing going this way. So I think we might come to that next time. Actually, we'll see how far we get. But I want to go to sort of this area first because this is the sort of this is where the football stadium is, and we need to build the football stadium. And I think that's what we're going to look to do first of all. So I'm just having a look at my map to see where we need to go. We've put in the leisure centre, which is one of the biggest features of the area. And well, what we need to do now is sort of make sure our roads are sort of lined up as best as possible. We've got this road here, which we've just sort of shoved in to put our services in. We need to continue that one. I'm gonna have to just demolish all these buildings. We need to make sure we don't unpause the game before we put some more shops in. We're gonna have to do this. We'll put the shops in now, in the more accurate place, and yeah, it should be fine. It should all be absolutely fine, absolutely fine. Right, so I'm gonna put a road off over here. This is what we're gonna build on, and I'm gonna have this road that I've just put in. I'm gonna have to just get rid of, I think, in a minute, because it's right in the way. And what we'll do is we'll just sort of shove that around there, and then we'll get rid of this and put what we actually need. You know, there you go. Right, it's Lego. It's like I actually planned it, except for the fact that it's not really that curvy. But I mean, it's relatively accurate. Relatively accurate. We're gonna stick with it. We're gonna stick with it. So. Now this area it's a little bit confusing with sort of distances and stuff, but we're gonna go with it as best as we can. So we've got this road here, which is Cobblends Avenue, goes all the way down here. And we've got a big shopping area over here, and then we've got the football stadium on this side. Now, one thing about Norwich, which is sort of quite different from a lot of cities in the UK, is just how much of it is pedestrianised. So a lot of these roads, not strictly in this part, but a lot of the roads in the city, particularly as we go towards the city centre, are not actually roads which you can drive on. They're only roads which you can cycle on, and roads which you can walk on. So that's going to be sort of, we can do that, but you can't really build on that by the rules of the game, which is a little bit interesting, a little bit challenging for us to see what we're going to do with that. But well, I mean, I like a challenge. We'll see what we can do. So this is Carrow Road. This is just annoying me because it's not the correct angle that I would like. We're gonna go like that because these roads are right next to each other. Can we do that? We can do that without them joining up, which is good. So Carrow Road, which is where the stadium gets its name, is just a loop of road. But actually, that's not true, is it? That's not true at all. You've just lied. You've just completely lied. And it's like, I don't know what angle it is. It's like a little bit which goes. It's like a sort of. It doesn't quite go. I'm going to put like slightly at an angle like that because it joins back onto there. There we go. So Carrow Road it's like this road, I think. Well, it's one of the roads up the back here. But anyway, it's a road near here. That's where the stadium gets its name, and we need to put that in there. So this is the most important feature. It's what makes Norwich Norwich. It is the Carrow Road Stadium. Now, no, it doesn't look like Carrow Road particularly. It's too big. But we're going to put it here so that the car park is on the right side. And there we go. That looks very nice indeed, I think. Very nice indeed. And I think what I'm going to do is like this here. We haven't really got enough space for it, but there's sort of like a nice seating area. So what we're going to do, I think we can fit it in. Don't be too pessimistic. We can fit it. I don't know why my game's not spawning things that I'd like. I'm on the wrong thing anyway. I want to be on this one. But what I want is I want these pictures to spawn. What are you doing? What's happening? I don't want the park maintenance building. This is what I want. I want seating. Right, so there's some quite nice benches here. So we're going to just whack them on there. Around here. Wherever it will let us do it. That tree is quite nice. It's not really there. It's just like a paved area. It's like a sort of plaza area. We'll put some bins here as well. Yeah, we might come back and sort of see if we can fix this up at a later time. But anyway, here we go. The entrance is, well, actually, yeah, the entrance is kind of, there's a lot of entrances, but this is where the car park is, so we'll put it out on that side. That looks quite nice indeed, I think. Obviously, there are some sort of shops around here which are sort of built into the stadium. I don't want to build them separately because I'm just going to imagine they are part of the stadium. And what we need to do as well, of course, is make sure that the stadium is the correct colour. So Norwich, of course, are the Canaries. They play in yellow and green, and I think that looks pretty nice with the green pitch there. Looks pretty nice indeed. Can we change the team name? I'll change the stadium name. I think because it's just Norwich FC, not Norwich City, which is, I don't know if we can do anything about that, but we can certainly change the stadium name. And I think really this is the most important thing. We don't need water, we don't need power. We need the football stadium. That's what makes Norwich Norwich. But there we go. Carrow Road is in there in its rightful place. Very nice indeed. Now what we need to do, most importantly, to make sure our city doesn't completely and utterly collapse under its own weight, is to put in some retail. And then we're gonna build the whole massive retail park that is here. And well, we'll do it as best as we can. There are quite a lot of roads through here. I was thinking about how to more accurately replicate a car park without, having a specific car park to put in, which is difficult. But well, I think what we can probably do is sort of just put quite a few more roads in. I don't know. Anyway, what we're going to do is we need to put the main entrances to the shopping area here. Try and get the distances as right as we possibly can. It's kind of hard to judge. Because there's sort of two main areas to the complex. But anyway, let's just go for it. So this is all going to be sort of low density. What we need is, I think we've got the shops here. We've got a Nike shop, and then we've got Argos, all sorts of things like that, boots as well. That backs right onto this road. So I'm going to start off with boots being here. I'll say this is the sort of boots up to Argos area. I kind of want this to be this. Actually, this does sort of go up to the bridge because the bridge is like parallel to that. So we're gonna just whack that in there. That's the sort of boots up to Argos, and then it sort of goes a little bit this way up to the Nike store as well. And then what we need to do is we're gonna have to put a road in to sort of simulate the car park, I think. But there is a long road here which goes sort of in front of where the bridge is, and that it has got a roundabout in the middle, which we might as well put in. I mean, we've got infinite money. We have got infinite money. Is that a small roundabout or is that the big roundabout? It's just turning my roundabout. I don't want that. I want this. There we go. Very nice. Okay, roundabout in there, and then this road goes off towards something we'll have to do another time, which is the train station. So we'll whack that up over there. Very good, very good. And right, I think what I'm going to do, as I discussed, is just put in some roads that don't really go anywhere, but this is sort of just to sort of replicate the car park a bit, because it's a massive car park, and I want people to be able to kind of park. And if we've just got sort of some roads that don't really particularly go anywhere, then at least people can park their cars. Okay, so there we go. We have got the petrol station. Now you can get a petrol station. A petrol station does spawn with one square. So I'm going to put the petrol station there. And if it doesn't spawn as a petrol station, we'll just sort of have to hope and magic up that it does. Keep deleting it until it does. I'm going to put a windmill in as well, because it's not going to really bother people, because this is going to be a shopping area, and that should sort of help with our powering needs. So, I mean, I don't love it. I think the distances might be slightly too far apart, but it is a massive car park, and it's hard to show that otherwise. It's a massive car park because it's where Morrison's is, which is like the main shopping supermarket in the area. So we're going to use the hypermarket for Morrison's, which of course does have a massive car park on it, but well, yeah. Right, there we go. There is Morrison's, and then we've got just this bit here, which I'll be honest, I don't like. I think we've done this road too long, and that's the problem. It's too far away. That is too far away. We're going to go with it. We've got loads of space, which we're never going to use. It's fine. It's fine. Right, there's Morrison's. And then what we've got over here is we have got the other shopping sort of complex, the other side of the shopping complex, which is a bit more sort of substantial. There's quite a lot of housing here as well, actually, which is potentially going to be an issue with the windmill, but I think they'll just get over it. They'll get over it. They have to get over it. I'm making them get over it. So we've got this road here, which we're going to extend a little bit over here, and then I'm going to have to put another road in just to sort of make it actually work. I don't know, make the game allow me to build there. What's the best way to do this? Because again, like this area here is sort of more car park. This is more sort of housing, but this is more sort of car park. And I think the only thing we can really do is just sort of build another road off here, going this way. I don't want it to be that far. We'll go there. We're going to have to put the shops in on this bit here, and we'll just pretend that there's a car park here. So we got over here, we have got sort of Poundland, Matalan, H&M, and what's it called? B&M, classic shop B&M, which just sells a load of rubbish at really expensive prices, but pretends that it's really cheap. Like, oh, you can buy a kettle for 20 quid, which is when you can get one from somewhere else for like £5. So yeah, not great, not great. Another thing that's not great is this. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not feeling. We kind of look. It kind of looks like we've got some sort of. It's like a hashtag of roads there that don't really go anywhere, and that's just too far away. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to just sort of demolish it and shuffle it down before next time. But it's roughly where it should be. Roughly where it should be. Anyway, before we go, what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the rest of this with some housing. This is very much high density. Here, some very high density apartment blocks. In fact, it goes all the way up to this bridge. It's actually only one building in real life, but you know, we've made our bed with the spacings. We're gonna have to lie in it. We've got low density all the way down here on both sides. So we'll put that in now. And what there is actually, this is where we kind of gone wrong. There is like a cut through, like this whole space here. This is not working. This is not working. That road that I've put in is far too long. It's far too far away. Far too far away. What I'm going to do is, before next time, I'm going to just demolish this and all of this that we've built. Basically, the whole episode. Carrow Road's fine, that's fine. But just everything here, we're going to just shuffle down because it's just gone too far. Because there's a cut through, which we'll use the old gravel path for, which I mean, yeah, this is kind of in the right place. But yeah, there's like a cut through that comes in here, which is sort of, yeah, cuts in from there up to these shops here. I'm going to put it in like that for now. But yeah, that is far too far. We need to move that right the way down, and just sort of, yeah, just tidy it up a little bit, because it just, yeah, that's not, I've got my distances all wrong there. But anyway, I'm not going to unpause it, because if I unpause it, things will go wrong. Things will go wrong, because it's not going to be linked up. We haven't put water in. I'll put all that in. It's a bit of a chaotic episode. I'm recording this after I've been at work all day. That's why it's not worked, because my brain is not functioning. Important note, don't do that. Don't do that. But, you know, as I always say, if even like 2 people find my ramblings amusing, then that is cool to me. So there we go. There we go. Football stadium, we put that in. We put in Carrow Road. We have begun building Riverside. We should have really done it a bit better. I will tidy it up and just sort of shrink all of this down, so nothing's going to really go. It will just sort of come down a bit here, and then next time we will continue on down and build the sort of more leisurely area towards the train station, which will then have to be the next thing we look at. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Just a short little summation at the end of this video of me having corrected my mistakes. I didn't want to wait till next time. Now, freshly not being a moron, here we are, the Riverside shopping complex, looking far, far, far better now that I've judged my distances far more correctly. So Morrison's has been shuffled down. I've used the gravel path as sort of the car park, which I think is actually quite nice for now, and it's helped make the distances a lot more accurate. So these shops have all stayed in the same place. We've moved the roundabout far more accurately down, and then we've got the row shops over here as well. So there we go. All together, it is looking far, far, far more true to life. Again, it's still a little bit too far away here, a little bit too far away. But what I think we'll do is we'll sort of ignore that. Gonna put a little bit more housing in here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna put any more housing in there. This gap is a little bit too big, but you know what? I'm not doing it again. That'll do. That will do. And we can put this path in here, which is sort of a cut through, which joins onto there. And actually, you know what? I'm not going to do it as a gravel path. We'll have one more moment of idiocy. Why not? We need to do it as park path because I don't want any cars going on this bit because that is going to cause us quite a few issues if we leave it like that. So why can I never remember where the different bits are? It's here is what we want. Right, park path going from here. Why won't you let me do that? Honestly, this game sometimes it does my head in with just how overly sensitive it is. Right, we're gonna go there and we'll join it up later. There we go. Right, so that path goes down there and then we'll get on to building the rest of this stuff next time. But I think that looks a lot nicer than it did before and a lot more accurate than it did before. And can we build on park paths? I don't think we can we? Because that would be good if we could. That's why I wanted to do the gravel path actually, isn't it? That's why you did the gravel path, because there's houses right here. But actually this whole area is joined up. So, you know, this gap shouldn't exist. But I'm not building this again. I'm not building this again. We're just going to have to go with this. And that's just what we're going to do. I'll have to make it the gravel path, aren't I? Have to build the houses on there. Oh, right. What a shambolic episode. At least we ended with some very, very, very slight pride intact. Very slight. There we go. Right. That's all in there. This should be an office. So I'm going to have to rezone that right now. Before we go. Oh, it's a disaster. If only I knew how to play this game properly. Then it'd be fine, wouldn't it? Then it would be fine. Yeah, it's an office. There's an estate agents on both sides, I believe. So there we go. Get rid of all that. And then we're going to put in office and then office there you go. Look at this. I know what I'm doing. I said this was going to be short, didn't I? Short summation. It's not, because everything I say apparently is a lie. Everything I say is a lie. We're gonna have to put some power lines in. Oh, I'm just gonna unpause it and hope that it builds up and looks nice. And I'm gonna put in a windmill because I'm scared it's gonna be broken. There we go. Put it in there. There, right now I can moan. There we go. It's gonna build up. Hopefully it'll have built up relatively nicely before next time. But we are gonna end there. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, I commend you. I absolutely commend you. I'll see you next time.